Hey, Brian, guess who?
Todd?
Good guess. Wow, you must be telepathic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How
Last
you
time,
doing, buddy?
not bad. Last time we talked was, I guess, at the Kiss Expo, right?
Was that in Indianapolis?
No, New Jersey.
Oh, was it?
You
Wait,
and John were there.
oh, that long ago? My God, that was before we recorded the 4x Fade thing.
Right? Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I guess it was.
Yeah.
Didn't you have your daughter there?
Yeah, my daughter's here.
No, I mean, but she was
yeah,
there
no,
too.
Yeah, she was there.
Yeah, I remember. Okay, yes, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Well, hi to your daughter, by the way.
Yeah, everybody's doing pretty good here. How about you?
Good to hear. Just busy as hell, and I'm 7 days a week, and even my UPS guy says, you better take a day off, you're going to drop. I said, yeah, I'm planning on a retirement here coming up quicker than, I mean, not retirement from the property, I can't do that, but musically, I don't know how many more years I got of this because it's just so much work.
Right.
Doing my stuff and then trying to do side bands, and it just sucks up so much of my time. But anyhow, I'm doing okay. Otherwise, I'm fine, thank you.
Cool. Now, let's go first, 4x Fade. Do you plan on a new release?
No, we don't. At this point, it if we were to do that, it would have to be, all the planets would have to line up.
Right.
It's just not really. We did it for fun. We did it as, it actually started out as some type of band that would eventually, hopefully, get Ace to come back and do a 25-year reunion.
Right.
Well, that never happened, of course, and so it kind of morphed into 4x Fade, and then kind of into our own project. And they're just, we don't get out there and beat the road up as much as we should to make a difference.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're not 20 or 30 years old anymore to be able to do that.
Right. Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. So, as much as we'd love to record another CD, which between Pat and me, we have plenty of material to do it. I'm not so sure that John would be into doing it. And of course, Rob is busy with his stuff. It seems to be pulling in a lot of different directions. So at this point, it's just shelved indefinitely.
Right. Wow. Okay, then let's go to Return of the Comet. I know you guys are playing here on 28th at DeBonair, New Jersey. Tell me how this band actually got together.
Well, oddly enough, we were getting ready to kind of take a break with 4x Fade because it just wasn't moving along as quickly as we wanted to. And John got a phone call from a guy that I know about putting together a project called Return of the Comet with me and John. And then he had an idea for another drummer, one of the like Billy Ward or
Right.
or somebody else that was in the Comet, because obviously Anton Fig couldn't do it, and Richie Scarlett. And it's funny because John and I had spoken years ago about, wouldn't it be something if we ended up all getting together except for Ace and doing something, that had to do with the Comet, and here it is. But it really wasn't on the purview because we just all had ideas about, well, we're just going to go do our own thing for a while. I'm working on 3 solo CDs and my autobiography, which is going very slowly because it takes so much time to get to that point. But this gentleman that had called John, his name is Tommy Higgins. And Tommy Higgins had called me 15 years ago when he was still or just then working for Aerosmith.
Right.
And he still is working for Aerosmith. And he'd called me about maybe doing some keyboard duties for them when there was a possibility of that coming up. Well, that never came to pass for an in-depth reason that I won't even go into. But, so I know Tommy from a long time ago. But Tommy calls up John and says, what do you think of this project? And John says, I don't know, that sounds like a fun deal. Maybe it could grow some feet and hence some legs and, get running with it. So he gave me a call and said, what do you think? I said, well, it'd be fun. I'd love to do it. We'll talk to Richie, see if Richie wants to do it. And, as long as we got a band thing,
right,
that's fine with me, I think, because I was thinking I was going to go full force into my stuff.
Right.
And then we changed drummers from the likes of Billy Ward or whomever else, Sandy Slavin. We went to Budgie, Steve Werner,
right.
whom I never met or played with, and everybody said, "Oh, this guy's a phenomenal drummer, and he's a great guy, and all that stuff." And I said, "Well, you guys know best. I don't know him, and I'll go with whatever you say." So that's how that came together. And then, of course, once I got together with Steve and met him and hung out, what a great guy. And he also rides a Harley, and he's a biker drummer guy, and he's a phenomenal drummer. Oh, my God, he's just tight. He's got a great meter. He's a phenomenal player. He's got a great memory for all the arrangements. And so I flew out to hang with Richie at his place for like a 3-day weekend.
Right, yeah.
And we had a blast. We had so much fun getting to know each other. I mean, we've known each other since way back when, but never got time to hang out, And
right.
So we talked on the phone. I said, "Hey, why don't I fly out there and we go over some parts and ideas and tell me what you want me to do on your tunes, and I'll tell you what I want you to do on my stuff." And he said, "Oh, it's a great idea. Why don't you come on out here?" And so I said, "Okay, great." So we did that, and unfortunately, I was sick. I was just getting over influenza A and B when I came out there, and then I was I had like 2.5 months of being sick with the flu. But we had a good time. He didn't get sick, and we went over a bunch of stuff, and we thought, this could be fun. And so that's where we are now. We did 4 shows. First 2 were really kind of rough because I was still just coming off of being sick, and I got influenza again the day I left New York.
Wow.
To come home. But we did 4 shows. Not too bad, I think. I think these 2 are going to be far better. And I think that if it goes any more legs, again, it could be good. But it's really all contingent on how many people show up, how many people spread the word, and how much interest there is in booking a band like this.
Right, yeah. Wow. Well, I'll be there. I'm trying to get as many people to come as possible.
I appreciate that. We appreciate that. Thank you.
So, it should be a great night. A lot of fun music, and I'm sure the fans and everybody is going to love it,
We're hoping so. Yeah, we're really hoping so. I mean, it's always fun to play in New Jersey and then Long Island. I'm looking forward to it. We look forward to playing anywhere we can because there's always the steadfast fans that come out. But we seem to have some pretty good loyal fans and friends out there that manage to show up when they can, so that's good.
Cool. Tell me a little bit about how the book is going.
The book is going actually very well. It's amazing what I can remember when I sit down and start working on it because my retention is horrible.
Right.
It really is. I mean, faces are okay. Names, oh God, it's horrible. Events, it's just they seem to blend. I think I never took notes when I first started touring, so now I have to almost like meditate and put myself back in those years and go, what did I experience? What happened? What took place? And there are a lot of stories there, starting from my first professional band, which was 707.
Right.
But what I did, and I'm still shaping the book, I've started from my youth, when I was about 7 years old, I guess, 5 to 7 years old. But everything is concerning with my musical influences and why and when I picked up instruments and why I did it and who noticed that I had talent and this kind of thing. And it kind of goes back and forth a little bit between the chapters of all the bands in sequence. 707 to Ted Nugent to Cheap Trick to Frehley's Comet, back to Cheap Trick. To 4x Fate, and now the Comet. So, I'm still kind of writing it, but I'm remembering stuff, and I have to take notes and put them. I've got a laptop that I bought just for this book alone, and it's coming together slowly. It'll be a lot of fun to read. I've got an idea how to put the saucy, spicy parts in it.
Right.
Which some people don't want to read. I really don't care to put that in there, but I've had some female friends tell me, well, you need to put that in there. So,
wow.
Okay, how can I do this creatively without sounding like a pig?
Yeah.
So, which is virtually impossible.
Right.
So I've got an idea how to do it. which is going to be kind of like separate sub-stories in a novella type, few pages, which I think will work out well.
Right.
People get to pass it. They don't have to read anything they don't want to because it'll be at the end of the book.
Right, yeah. Wow. Tell me a little bit about, your solo stuff coming out.
Well, I'm at the point now where I've got two studios. My big one is being occupied right now by my son.
Uh-huh.
And so I built a smaller one just so I could do some rehearsing and singing and do my own recording because to do my real solo CDs, I play everything myself. It's only 200 square feet, so I don't have a real drum set in there. I'm using an electronic drum set, but they're phenomenal sounding, and I got pretty good sound out of them, and I've had to brush up on my drumming. But the 3 solo CDs, the first one is going to be just heavy rock, just a continuation of stuff I like to play and sing.
Right.
And I'm currently working on a lot of that now. The second one is going to be, which I'm hoping to release all about the same time. The second one is going to be of the Frehley's Comet tunes that I sang and wrote for publishing purposes or copyright purposes.
Right.
In just kind of like an acoustic version where it really is acoustic guitar and acoustic piano, no big electronics.
Cool. With
the exception of maybe quartets on strings, which I'll do on the keyboard because I can't play violins or cellos very well, if at all. Probably nothing anybody wants to hear.
Right.
And then the other CD will be like another adult contemporary. I don't want to say easy listening, but that's, I guess, what it's going to be like. Not too unlike Winter,
right?
But a little more production into it, where it's more song-oriented, acoustically, not too much electric guitar, if at all, but something a little bit more bigger production with acoustics and just songs.
Right.
Just songs that I write, and they don't have to be in any particular genre, but there won't really be any rock on it.
Right.
It'll be just stuff that, that who knows, I may get a song off this thing that'll make me more money than my whole collective career, which would be nice.
Yeah, I know. Wow. You expect that to be out this year or next year?
No, there's absolutely no chance that's going to be this year because I'm looking at this year. It's so blocked up with everything that is already in place. I mean, my brother-in-law and I are going to Sturgis for the Harley rally. We're doing that for about 10 days. My wife's going to fly out and meet us there. We're taking 3 bikes, one of hers, one of mine, and one of my brother-in-law's. And then that'll be that about 10 days. And then in September, the wife and I are going to go back over to Hawaii for 8 days for our birthdays. I'll be 62. She'll be 60. My grandson's coming out next. Actually, he's coming out this week, but he's going up north to visit for a while, so I'll have him for probably a week or two. And then I've got other things to take care of, rebuilding, finally putting the 57 T-Bird into the paint booth, and I'll be reassembling that. And before you know it, we'll be doing the Kiss Cruise thing down there in Florida, and then the year will be over with, and on to the next year.
Right. Yeah. Wow. So at the shows, do you have merchandise?
Yes, we do have some T-shirts for Return of the Comet, and I think that's and we do have picks, some guitar picks. And not a whole bunch that I know of. We're not. We have other items. I think there's even some 4x8 stuff there, but we're just concentrating mostly on getting some stuff out, signed pictures of the band and the T-shirts for the Return of the Comet.
Right. Will there be any kind of meet and greet or anything like that?
I'm not sure about these two. There may or may not be because of the large bill on Friday night. There's a lot of bands, and we go on late, so I don't see how that can happen. I could be wrong. I don't even know. The guys that organize all this, that's a good question. I'm not even sure.
Wow. Any other plans you want to talk about?
Well, let's see. I think I've nailed them all pretty much. There is always a chance that we could try to do something fun for recording, but that is just really, a long shot, as everybody has their own projects they're doing. Richie included, and John's got his things he's doing, and Budgie, Steve Werner, he's got his things he's doing, and but we just don't know. I mean,
right.
Something may pop up that we're not even aware of at this point. So, with the exception to what I've already said, not really.
Wow. Do you guys ever take a break?
Yeah, I am not sure of everybody else's schedule.
Right.
I know John's semi-retired, but he's got things he's involved in. Steve's got his own business, and then he does another band. I think he's got one or two bands he does, including this band.
Right.
And then, of course, Richie does all his stuff and his solo projects, and he's always playing and constantly doing stuff. So he's kind of busy. But Steve and I are the only ones, I think, that work like a day type thing. I work for my family's organization or company, which is commercial real estate.
Right.
I mean, I'm the only one that does it. I take care of everything that we have. We have a lot of extremely valuable commercial business real estate right in the heart of the Midway area here in San Diego.
Right.
And I take care of everything there because my folks are 83 and 87, and then I've got a stepsister who lives up north, and she has nothing to do with this stuff on the physical side, of course, and it's all me. So I take care of everything, and that keeps me pretty busy. Physically, I'm active every day. I mean, I'm wearing it out. And then when I get a chance, like today, I put in a couple hours of working on guitars and singing the set and doing some of my stuff. And then I come home and do some paperwork, and I'm getting ready. I got to go out and do a couple of things now, and I'll get back home about 9 o'clock, and it just never ends. So, no, I really don't get any time off besides. It just never stops. You know, people are just amazed at the pace that I keep, but I don't do any drugs. You know, I do my coffee in the morning. That's it. And I just don't do that. I do like my vodka, but I'm on the wagon right now just when I'm in prep for shows. I usually don't drink because it's just not good for the vocals. Eventually I'll slow down. But when I get back here, then I got to pull the boat out and get that ready because my grandson's coming out, and a bunch of family members want to do some stuff at the bay, and got to get that ready and work on the motorhome and the Harley trailer for the trip, and then work on my recording, and then it's like I'm the only clown on my own little private circus, and my plates are constantly spinning on three appendages here.
Wow, unbelievable. Yeah. I know what you mean. So
everybody's got it, and I know everybody's got their own deal, and they're busy too in certain capacities of their lives. So it's I always used to think I was very busy compared to everybody else, but that's really not the case.
Right. Yeah. Wow. Well, Tom, it was good talking to you, and I'm going to see you Friday. So
perfect.
We'll hook back up, and would you like to say anything to the fans?
I would like to tell the fans again, thank you so very much for being there back then. Back in 1987 when I first joined Frehley's Comet. I know I have a lot of fans that even follow me further back. As I joined the KISS family tree then, I did not realize how important or how valuable the KISS fans were until the years started to go by. Right. And every year, up until now, it's just unbelievable how much love and respect I have for them and their enthusiasm for accepting me and Ace and his solo stuff into the folds of the KISS family tree. They're phenomenal fans. I thank them so very much. I know there's some out there that don't particularly care for me as well. So you can't please everybody, and I stopped doing that a long time ago. It's funny how that works. It's not that I don't care; it's that I'm indifferent. I'm like, whatever. There's bands that I like that people don't like, so it just works that way. But thank you so very much for being there and for showing up at the shows and writing me and messaging me, emailing me and telling me what you think and what you miss and what you love and what you remember enjoying. I really appreciate that.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Todd. I'll see you Friday.
All right, Brian. We'll talk before then, but yes, I will see you Friday.
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, brother.
Bye-bye.
Take care.